military force. India, gets empowered as a nation state, the whole world will be a better place, a kind of place to stay in. And that is why नेताजी का जो विचार था, उससे अरविंद घोष, सूर्या सेन, यहाँ तक कि क्रांतिकारी शहीद भगत सिंह, ये सब प्रभावित थे। और विश्व गुरु रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर भी प्रभावित थे, काजी नजरुल इस्लाम भी उनसे काफी प्रभावित थे। मैं अंत में एक जो छोटी सी घटना से नेताजी किस प्रकार के उनका प्रभाव था स्वाधीनता संग्राम में, ये कहते हैं स्वाधीनता संग्राम को देखने के लिए, तो स्वाधीनता प्राप्ति को देखने के लिए नेताजी जीवित नहीं रहे, लेकिन नेताजी का प्रभाव अगर उस समय में जो पोस्ट 1945 वर्ल्ड वॉर सेकेंड के जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ ब्रिटेन क्लेमेंट अटली के अपनी वाणी से सुनेंगे तो ध्यान में आएगा कि नेताजी को किस रूप में ब्रिटिश लोग देखते थे। जस्टिस पीवी चक्रवर्ती क्लेमेंट अटली को 1956 में क्लेमेंट अटली had visited Kolkata and Justice P.V. Chakraborty has written it when he asked about Netaji and his influences to Indian freedom struggle. तो P.V. Chakraborty लिखते हैं कि to my direct question to Atley was that since Gandhi's Quit India movement tapered off quite some time ago, and in 1947 no such new compelling situation had arisen that would necessitate a hasty British departure, then why did they had to leave? यानी कि why did the Britishers had to leave India, although it was not a compelling situation in 1947? Atley replied, in his reply, Atley cited several reasons, the principal among them being the erosion of loyalty to British Crown among the Indian Army and Navy personnel as a result of military activities of Netaji. यानी कि नेताजी के जो मिलिट्री एक्टिविटीज के कारण उस समय में जो ब्रिटिश इंडियन आर्मी जो था, ब्रिटिश इंडिया के जो आर्मी थे, वो सब पर्सनल ब्रिटिश इंडिया के प्रति, ब्रिटिश क्राउन के प्रति लॉयल्टी के दृष्टि से एक प्रकार का इरोजन हो गया था और ये विद्रोह के मूड में आ गए थे, क्योंकि ये जो आईएनए फ्रीडम फाइटर्स जो बचे थे उनको पकड़ कर उनको फांसी की सजा, प्रिजनर ऑफ वार के दृष्टि उनको सजा देने के लिए विचार आई लाल किला में। उस समय में ये सारे रिवोल्ट हो कर दिए थे इंडियन आर्मी के लोग, और ये सब को देखते हुए इतना बड़ा संकित हो गया था, इस प्रकार का ब्रिटिश लोग डर गए थे कि उनको, और भी बहुत सारे रीजन है लेकिन ये प्रमुख रीजन अटली खुद बताते हैं, जो कि पोस्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर सेकेंड के प्राइम मिनिस्टर रहे हैं, उनके खुद के ये कहना था। और मैं आज समझता हूँ कि आज जो हम लोग ये जो 125th ईयर ऑफ नेताजी बर्थ एनिवर्सरी हम लोग मना रहे हैं, आज देश में नेताजी के बारे में जो फॉरगॉटन हिस्ट्री है उसको आज स्मरण करने के लिए नेताजी को आज देश एक प्रकार का आगे कदम रख रहा है, ये बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है। और केवल ही मॉन्यूमेंटल जो चेंजेस हम देख रहे हैं कि अमर ज्योति का जो ज्वाला को, यानी कि जो आग को, जो फायर को, बर्निंग फायर को जो वहां जाकर के नेशनल वार मेमोरियल में मर्ज किया गया, इट इज नॉट जस्ट ए मॉन्यूमेंटल चेंज, क्योंकि 1947 के पश्चात जो हमारे भारतीय फौजी मरे हैं, डेथ हुआ है, बलिदान सैक्रिफाइस किए हैं, वो सुप्रीम सैक्रिफाइस करने वाले सभी फौजियों का नाम उस नेशनल वार मेमोरियल में अभी जो नया बना है 1919 में उसका उद्घाटन हुआ है, उसमें लिखित है। आज भी उन जो बलिदानी आर्मी के पेरेंट्स या ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स ये लोग आते हैं वहां, उनको श्रद्धांजलि, श्रद्धा सुमन फूल देते हैं, एक बड़ा माहौल बनता है। तो वो जो इंडिया गेट है, ठीक है, हमारे देश के सैनिक जरूर उसमें सैक्रिफाइस किए हैं, वर्ल्ड वॉर 1 में और 2 में उनका नाम तो है, उनका सैक्रिफाइस को हम लोग जरूर सम्मान करना चाहिए, लेकिन उनका जो जिसके नेतृत्व में उन्होंने किए कि ब्रिटिश सन नेवर सेट्स, उसको सफल करने के लिए जो उन्होंने काम किए थे, यद्यपि वो सुप्रीम सैक्रिफाइस था, उसके लिए हम गर्व तो महसूस करते हैं, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं आज नैरेटिव विमर्श को बदलने की बारी है। और उस दृष्टि से जब नेताजी की स्टैचू भी जब बन जाएगी, ये एक केवल स्टैचू ही नहीं रहेगा, नेताजी का विचार ही देश के अंदर घर करके सबके हृदय में निवास करेगा। यही उम्मीद के साथ, पॉजिटिव उम्मीद के साथ हम सोचते हैं कि नेताजी के विचार के कारण भारत बहुत जल्दी विश्व गुरु बनेगा। सोने की चिड़िया का जो एक प्रकार का क्राउन है, उस क्राउन को दोबारा प्राप्त करेगा। ये समय अभी स्पष्ट दिखना शुरू हो गया, उसका सिम्टम्स, सारे चिन्ह सब धीरे-धीरे हम लोगों को महसूस होने लगे हैं। मैं समझता हूँ कि सभी को आज दोनों महापुरुष वीर सुरेंद्र साई जी के जन्म दिवस की और नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस की जन्म दिवस की और आगे जो जो हमारा जो रिपब्लिक डे आ रहा है, उस सबके लिए बधाई देते हुए मैं मेरी इस वाणी को विराम दे रहा हूँ। जय हिंद, भारत माता की जय।
Thank you, Dr. Mohanty, for a vivid analysis of Netaji's life, thought, and his actions, and how he played an important role in India's freedom struggle. You have depicted brilliantly. Due to paucity of time, now we would, switch to our next speaker, Dr. Madina. May I request you to kindly, share your thoughts on this occasion? It's over to you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, dear colleagues, dear participants. Thank you for the invitation to participate in this conference. The issues of conference are very interesting and important. I will speak very briefly because I am not an expert exactly in this field. But I could speak my mind, and I would like to listen Indian scholars. It's great. The questions of independence, of freedom, of sovereignty are most vital for any nation. The history of India's struggles for freedom has many outstanding pages. But even today, the issues of India's independence from Britain are still relevant. In general, the issues of non-West way of democracy and independent development and non-West international order are very actual for the all of us for the international relations theory. Thus, the life and ideas of Netaji should be considered again and again in the context of the evolution of Indian national movement. For Russian scholars and society, most acceptable Gandhi as a leader of national movement. It's not traditional approach, but cooperation Netaji with Nazi is unacceptable for the Russian people, for the Russian society, and for Russian scholars. But we have another example of solving the national questions through the cooperation with Nazi Germany. There is a Ukrainian experience and Croatia. Netaji did not help Germany in any attack against Soviet Union. He respected Soviet Union and wanted to develop in cooperation with Soviet government. With my point of view, the heritage of Netaji plays a significant role, and it should be considered more carefully in Russian and world political sciences and international relations. And I want to say thank you, Dr. Rama, Dr. Sunil, for the new knowledge and the interesting discussion today. And I hope in the future we will consider again the more details of the life and ideas of this national hero. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marina. I know it's a complicated topic because that topic is, if not completely, but still unknown to both of you. But yet you both have done a tremendous job on reaching to Indian heroes, Indian society and culture. We are really indebted to you. Now it's time to listen to our hero. I mean to say the role model of our own university, Professor Santosh Kumar Tripathi sir, our Vice Chancellor. Sir, it's over to you, sir. Kindly share your thoughts with us. Sir, your mic is up.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Mahanti, Dr. Maria, Dr. Akbota. I heard all three of you, and I am praised by Dr. Akbota that being from the other countries, he knows many things about our beloved Netaji. Perhaps in India, only person who is named as Netaji, that is Subhash Chandra Bose. And I am proud that I born in the state where Subhash Bose born. Actually, we are from United Cuttack, where the city where he born, and we know what a life he led. I don't go enter into the critical aspect of Mahatma Gandhi. That was a way he led the nation towards freedom, but I appreciate the way accepted by Netaji, because at that time, from India, from a corner of India, he reached countries and he united people. He called for blood, instead offered the freedom to India. What a great thinking. You know, a real fighter. We say many people as freedom fighters, but a fighter is he who actually fights tooth and nail, find out means. And to me, I know uh, after the Azad Hind's, entry into Burma, then Burma, it was a shock to the British government, and British government could think that it is also possible, because up to that time, if we go on analyzing the history, all war attempts, may it be the 1857, the revolution, or what has happened, like in Odisha also, people say that it was a war in the name of Pike revolution. Everything failed. And moreover, it was found that everything failed because there was no unity at all. Segmented approaches were there. People were approaching, entering into wars, but those were very much segmented, those were not united efforts. But when we look at Azad Hind Force, if we look at that, it gathered people from all over India. It gathered support with arms from all over India. Finally, it actually threatened the British government that we can also do this. Because by that time, so many years of struggle adopting this so-called non-violence, but it was seen as having no end at all. But when this threat came, this gave a thought to Britishers, that they thought this is also possible by Indians. Therefore, I admire Netaji, the only person who is known as Netaji in India. I admire his courage, I admire his idealism, I admire his approach to freedom. And though it was the other way, the way adopted by Mahatma Gandhi was not the same, though it was the other way, but it was the way he felt, he came forward, he braved to come forward, and finally, with his supporters, he showed that it is also possible, and for which we got the freedom. That's my concept. I believe in that. And I heard you, I heard Dr. Mahanti. I'm really very happy that you are so much into our, uh, concept, and you know about India so much. I thank all of you that you gave so much of your time and spoke to us. I'm very glad to hear you all. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ramakrishna, for organizing this, webinar. And we are all happy hearing you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Actually, sir, from now onwards, we will make it a practice to invite foreign scholars on occasions when we are celebrating our own heroes, so
Right.
that we can have a kind of cultural socialization as well. And in fact, Akbota and me were discussing yesterday that why not to invite each other on their celebration of local heroes, so that we can have a cross cultural socialization kind of things. And
That will be better. That
we are
will be
fortunate
better.
to have Sir, sir.
By that we can share ideas also. We can
We
know
are,
people. Everything will be known. So it is a good idea.
sir, Professor Akbota is instrumental in many things. He was the one who was behind that cultural center. I mean to say, to set up the cultural center in our university, but due to some reason it couldn't became materialized. But we will try it again. So to see.
No, it
And
will be done.
Professor Marina
Akbota, it will be done. Okay.
and Dr. Marina is also known for.
Professor,
Yeah, please, Akbota, over to
we are
you,
ready.
please.
Whenever you are ready, we are ready.
Yes, we are ready now.
I'm coming.
Please.
Uh, we are really fortunate to have all these three distinguished guests with us. We know Dr. Sunil Mohanty sir was thoroughly preoccupied today. He had at least four lectures in series today. He spoke in Central University of Gujarat. Would be speaking after this in the Central University of Hyderabad, and he spoke to some institutions in Madhya Pradesh, I believe. Around four lectures he had, but in spite of his busy schedule, he could able to manage some time for us. We are really thankful to you, sir, and we hope that in future also you would, accept our invitation, bring the soul of the soil, and would also help us whenever we need it. I'm
Sure,
Professor
Dr. Pradhan.
and Dr. Marina. Sir. And finally, I'm grateful to our Vice Chancellor, sir, for his motivation, for his encouragement, and for all supports that he extends from time to time. Without his motivation, probably this lecture would not have been possible. Thank you all. With this, we end today's lecture here. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor Tripathi, sir. Thank you, Professor Akbota, Professor Marina, and finally,
Thank
Dr. Rama Pradhan. Thank you all very much. Thanks all the audience.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.